Hello, MGTOW. Hello, men. This is Howard Dare. Thanks for stopping by. So, I want to talk about the idea that helping men triggers trolls. You like that? You like that title? I got that from someone else. I heard them say it, and I just stole it. I just took it, and I didn't even tell him, right? So it's like, you've been jacked, and they didn't even know. So let's talk about it. Helping men triggers trolls, because we see this within MGTOW. It's almost a form of white knighting. When the blue pill man sees men getting together and helping each other and making each other strong and not worshiping women and a gynocentric world, he gets upset, he gets worried, he gets triggered, and he comes in to the group and he says something like, "Hi guys, what's going on?" Because he's a man, we're like, "Oh, hey man, we're just talking about going MGTOW and not worshiping the women." And then the guy is usually like, whoa, does that mean that you guys don't like women? Does that mean you're gay? So it's this presumption that if the men are not, like little boys worshiping the images of women, that there's something wrong with them and that they're gay. It's like a little puppy dog who's begging and wagging its tail all the time and has no memory of his canine wolf ancestry. He's totally domesticated, and whenever he sees another dog with any sort of pride, dignity, or carrying itself with any bearing, he's like, "Wow, what's wrong with you?" And he's forgotten that the natural state of a man is to be in a dominant position. A man is not fit to be sitting there, like a follower, all scared and timid and looking to other people. It's a horrible way to exist in this world as a man. And here's the thing, we can tell just by looking at you, in many instances, not in all instances, but you can tell by the way the man carries himself, just like by the way the dog carries himself. I'm not saying men and dogs are the same, I'm just saying that we have these similar characteristics. So if the man is even carrying himself with a firm back, upright, shoulders back, head up high, eyes on the horizon, if he's moving and carrying himself like that, he stands out. It's like, what the hell? This man's kind of presumptuous. He kind of sees himself as strong. And the other men are like, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you shuffling your feet? Why don't you waddle from side to side as you walk to carry your weight? Because you have no hips. Right, because we all lose our hips because we're sitting down all the time. Anyway, helping men triggers trolls. So even the individual man, if he carries himself with pride and dignity, he becomes a target. But when men start to reinforce each other, this is a great source of power, unbelievable power. Alone, you can do a lot of stuff in this world. You really can. But if you can work with others, your power, your capability, it's amplified by 10. It's not just, oh, now there's two of us and we're twice as good. No, now there's two of us, we are 4 times as strong. There are a whole range of, buildings and projects that you can take on with 2 people that you can't even do with 1 person. So when people see men starting to support and help each other, that's a huge red flag. You know what I mean? It's like, 2 men are working on the same page. So if 2 men are working towards helping men in general, opening their eyes, red pilling them, they're not just twice, they're not just twice as effective, they're 4 times as effective, okay? And they can start making progress like you couldn't believe. And then because they'll get other men to help and to support the cause. So that's what we've been doing here, or trying to do here, online, virtually, right? Because you can't do it in the real world. You do this in the real world, there's going to be a problem. I promise you, if you get together with one of your friends and you're both focused on being effective and getting ahead in the world, there's going to be trouble. But if you guys want to sit outside of your garage and drink beers and listen to the radio and watch the sports game, that'll be okay. That will be okay. We'll let that one go. So we have now been reduced down to this virtual type of meeting. Okay, we can't meet, we can't support, we can't help each other in the real world. We can't even have the mindset of it. Okay, when you walk in on the street and you see another man, you are one man alone, and he is a competitor. That's all there is to it. And if you adopt any other attitude, that's dangerous. And it's not so much because, he's so dangerous, but in the long run, yes, I'm afraid so. This is why, best friends for 10 years, and then you introduce a strange girl who's cute in between them, and they're not friends anymore. They're competitors, and they will stab each other in the back. And that girl doesn't think anything of those 2 guys. And that's the way they want it. This is why when people assemble, unless, it's for like a liberal leftist cause, Women's March on Washington, wearing their pussy hats, unless it's something like that, it's opposed, it's attacked, it's shamed. So much so that even other men will do it. There's a conscious and an unconscious part of it. The guy is really proud of shutting down the other men. Honestly, it's like making it so Jimi Hendrix can't play at the concert. And I know this sounds crazy. It's like making it so Milo Yiannopoulos cannot speak at the college. But the people who do these types of things, they don't have the ability to speak. They can't inspire people. We have men who spend their time attacking MGTOW in the name of defending MGTOW. So, recently MGTOW 101's channel has been shut down. So what is that? That's like 1.3 million men will not get a MGTOW message. Congratulations, right? The people who are celebrating shutting down MGTOW channels that call themselves MGTOW, you're not MGTOW. You're some sort of weird white knight mangina who is automatically attacking men getting together and helping each other. And, you can see the kind of white knight delight in their eyes and in their actions, right? Like there's some invisible courtier of women in waiting applauding their actions of dividing men so that men cannot become strong. Also that it's an expression of their own weakness and failure in life. In other words, they can't get anywhere. They can't do anything in life. And they want to make it so other men can't do that either. And whether they realize it or not, this is a mission that a gynocentric, feminized world has put them on. In other words, what are you boys doing? You're not allowed to do that. Get out of there. It's a female mindset. Men build pyramids. Men build castles. Everything in this world that people look to and they're like, wow, that's amazing. Men built that. Oh, you mean women too, Howard? No, just men. Women stayed indoors and protected themselves and the children. Some of the children never grow up. They're always staying inside of these things that the other men build. When the men get together and start talking about men's issues, these males, these boys who have been raised by women, they attack it. It makes them uneasy and uncomfortable. It's not complex. You as a man, you need to get together with other men that you respect and that you think are honorable, and you need to work together in order to be effective. Otherwise, it's very hard to accomplish, it's easier if you'll work with others. You can help somebody, they can help you. It's a good deal. But understand that the mangina man, the blue pill man, he's going to say, no, you guys can't do that. It's gay. But, so it's either you get ahead in life by developing a network of other men, like-minded men around you that can help you. And understand, when times get hard, it's good to have other people that you can look to kind of help you, to help you. Most of us, we don't get that. We're lone wolves. And that's the way they want it. Now, the ideal goal is for you to be a lone wolf and to be completely capable of taking care of yourself independently, all alone. And then you work with another lone wolf, and the two of you can now really get some serious work done. And then you could bring in a third and a fourth, right? And now there's no worries, right? You're a pack. And, but you're not weak. You're not individually weak. You're strong. So you can support each other in times of need. But you don't need so much support from each other. So this enables you to grow and expand. Now, if it's a sustainable message, if it's a sustainable job that you're doing and work that you're doing, you could see how this type of work could build a city, right? And could transform the surface of the world. You could see that, right? I mean, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. It's possible also to align people's causes. This is what capitalism is. This is what a free market is. This is what free trade is. Everybody is going after their own self-interest, and they're aligning and working together when their interests are related. And they're keeping their word, and they're fulfilling the contract, and they're respecting individual rights. This is a big deal, okay? And anything that can throw a monkey wrench into this operation is devastating. It can destroy your individual life as a man. You'll just not get ahead. So you understand now. It's a group of individual men that are individually strong and independent. He is a man that has gone his own way and now has something to offer. So he comes into a group of other men who have gone their own way, and he offers this thing of value, his opinion, his skills, his connections, his knowledge, his energy, his hard work, whatever, to the other men. And then the other men exchange their valuable skill for his valuable skill. This is a free market, okay? This is what a free market is. This is why individual rights matter. This is what you need to understand. And then these two men willingly, these two people, they trade. And unless they're retarded, they are trading for something that they value that will enhance their position. This is what we do in a free market. This is what you do in a capitalistic society. You don't get to go on welfare and be taken care of. You don't get to collect unemployment indefinitely. Okay, there's no free health insurance. There's no free anything. And the idea that somebody expects it is a failure of the system and is a failure of that individual. Now, I'm not saying temporarily. I'm not saying that we're not compassionate, that we don't have humanity, that we aren't helping our fellow man when he needs it. But we're not supporting maladaptive, retarded, sickly habits and ideas and principles so that they can reproduce and take over the world. We're not doing that. I know that right? Like, this is what people want to do. They just want to feel good. They don't want to work hard. It's called the pleasure principle. And in an environment of scarcity, it makes perfect sense. But in a modern technological society of plenty where you could get taken care of by the system if you play your victim politics properly and you demonize other groups through identity politics, you can get by just fine. But it's maladaptive. You couldn't get by in any other time in evolution, in the history of man. By doing that, you would starve. So that's where we are, and that's where you need to be as an individual man. And don't get mad at me. I didn't do it. There's no other healthy way. There's no other healthy way. You know, you can temporarily get by. If you're a woman who wants to have children and be taken care of, you could do that as well. If you want to be kind of like a eunuch man who's always working for another man, who's never standing up for his own rights, who's always stabbing other men in the back, because we're all competitors. But we're not. We are free men in a free market, so we can work together and build. I hope you see how important that is and how important that mindset is and how crippling it is to adopt the other mindset of somebody owes me a living. The world owes me something. They did me wrong. They oppressed me. I would be president if only that other guy wasn't president. It's like, no, you would still be pretty much exactly where you are, no matter what happened with other people. That's self-ownership. That's what you need to have. In other words, you're like a baseball player stepping up to the plate, and the pitcher is a really good pitcher, and he strikes you out. What are you going to do? Are you going to cry and say that he cheated? That he threw too close to you? That he intimidated? What are you going to do? The only thing for you to do is to go to the batting cage and practice and get better. That's the only, you do anything else, you adopt any other attitude, then you will not get better. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say to you. It's not the size of the man in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the man or the woman. I don't care. These are the MGTOW principles that will lead you to self-ownership and strength. So I hope this helps. And I hope you recognize the importance of MGTOW and the MGTOW message. So I want you to support the MGTOW message any way that you can. All right? This doesn't mean donating, but it could. You can share the videos. You can like the videos. You can comment on the videos of the content producers whose message resonates with you. You know what I mean when I say resonates with you? I mean that feels true and speaks to you and makes you feel like you're going to be better off by following that advice. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that for now. So let me know what you think about this in the comments section below. And please like, share, comment, subscribe, donate, and join me again, Howard Dare, as I plan to have more content for you. Thank you, everyone.